What is going on, guys? We are back to attack, man. We are stepping into our 11th season of the NGC Pokemon Showdown Draft League. If you guys have been following me on my channel, we finally won one of these damn things after 10 long seasons, maybe 3 years of playing on my channel. We finally won, so much hype to that. But we are back, and we're going to try to go back to back, hopefully. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. I think we had like 1 or 2 people drop out, but we replaced them with brand new faces, and these guys mean business. They're actually pretty good battlers, so I know them from mainly the RDL. And yeah, we have familiar faces, and we have some newer players who haven't been with us before, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So anyways, we have minor changes going into our 11th season, and I will briefly give you the differences right here on this screen. So first of all, we're going from 10 people, 10 managers to 12. So it's a little longer league. I feel 12 teams, maybe 14 teams is the sweet spot. Not too long, but definitely not too short. We're a 12-team league. Singles, of course, same singles, Nat Dex format. Top 6 make playoffs. So only half of our competitors will make playoffs. So, yeah, you're going to get punished if we take unnecessary L's, right? We got to try to win each week if we want to make the playoffs. Only top 6. And the top 2 getting our first week bye. So, the biggest change here is, for pretty much the first time ever, we revamped our tier system. As my phone is making noise, let me mute that. We revamped the tier system. I'll show you how. First off, we went from 2 megas back to 1 mega. So the mega Pokemon gets its own slot, right? And now our new tier system allows for 4 OU Pokemon, 4 UU Pokemon, and 3 RU and below. So I'll give you an example while introducing my team. My Mega Pokemon is Mega Tyranitar, brand new face, brand new Mega. Our 4 OU Pokemon are Tapu, Fini, Gliscor, Aegislash, and Zapdos. My 4 UU Pokemon are Mienshao, Cresselia, Tangrowth, and Dragalge. And then my 3 RU and below Pokemon are Salazzle, Escavalier, and Feraligatr. So, yeah. This means it's different from how we've done it before. It's more of a top-heavy draft. Instead of having a bunch of like 3 NU, 3 RU, we're actually having more higher tier Pokemon. So a lot of heavy hitters. It kind of makes the league a little bit harder in that way because we're going to have more powerful threats, in my opinion. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. In my opinion, a little harder to prep for, so yeah, it's just 1 mega, 4 OU, 4 UU, and 3 RU and below. So once again, this is the same as always. We allow Mega Evolution, but we do not ever allow Z moves or Dynamax and G Maxing. So once again, our cut moves, as far as cut moves go, we don't allow Hidden Power, but we do. As of 2 or 3 seasons ago, we allowed Pursuit back into the game. So, and like last season, no forced Mega Evolution. So, for example, let's say, the Prince Aldo has Mega Gyarados X. Mega Gyarados X. Mega Charizard X, excuse me. He does not have to Mega Evolve Charizard on the first turn. So, if he senses an Earthquake coming his way, he could stay as the regular Fire and Flying Charizard and dodge that Earthquake and get a DD up, a Dragon Dance up. So no forced Mega Evolution. It's cool for some Pokemon out there. Pokemon that come to mind are Mega Charizard X, Gyarados is a popular one, as well as shit, there was another one I was thinking of. It was just in my mind and it escaped me, so yeah, man, forget it. But anyways, guys, that is our season rules, our differences coming from Season 10 to Season 11. I hope you guys have fun watching this. I know I'm going to have fun playing in it. And here's my week schedule. So this episode, week 1, we're facing our buddy James. Second week, we have Perez, who was with us last season. Third week, we have our boy, the Prince Aldo. Fourth, we have Jactus. Fifth, we have Nintendo. Sixth, we have a newcomer, Chris Cosmo. If you mess around with me on Twitch, if you hang out with me on our live streams on Twitch, you know exactly who Chris Cosmo. He's my right-hand man. So, seventh, we have PKS on Pokemon Kill Squad Styles. Another newcomer in the league. I've played with him in the RDL, but he's joined us in our league, and he's ready to battle. He's good. Week 8, we have, I forgot what his other showdown name is, but he's from the RDL as well, and he means business. Yeah, we have some scary players coming into this league. So, week 9, we have our boy Layton, who's another good battler. Week 10, we have that boy Top, who we barely beat in the finals for our first championship. So, in 11th, we have, who used to be Jorik, our friend Annabelle. So that is our regular season finale. Goodness, I'm not looking forward to the second half of my season, to be honest. Those last 3, 4, 5 games look hard as fuck. Looking at the managers, that is. So, anyways, guys, if you want to join us, either we might, in case we have a dropout and you might want to play with us, if you want to be the backup manager, please let me know ASAP. If you want to play with us in general, maybe next season, if we have a 12th season, email me right away. Or holler at me on Twitch. Let me know you want to play. Okay? We'll welcome you. We don't care what kind of skill level you are at. For example, Chris Cosmo, my boy Cosmo, he is just learning battling. So, it doesn't matter if you lose every match of the season. As long as you're having fun, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. I know when I stepped into competitive battling at first, I got my ass kicked. I probably lost like my first 30 matches in a row. And then I started winning 1 every now and then. And then that number turned to 2 and then 4 and so on. So that's like the best way to learn, is to get your ass kicked and try to learn from that experience. So anyways, let me know. My email's right there at the bottom of the screen. And I'll be right back and I'll introduce our week 1 matchup. Alrighty guys, we're stepping into our week 1 matchup right here. Here's our little team preview screen. I introduced my team just moments ago. We have James' team right here. And his Mega is Mega Mawile, who we just won the championship with earlier this summer. We have Weavile, Tornadus-T, Jirachi, Haxorus, Arcanine, Noivern, Gastrodon, Gengar, Volbeat, Scrafty, and Aromatisse. So, in case you guys were wondering, if a name is yellow on our team list, that means that Pokemon was added. It wasn't drafted. It was some kind of transaction was made, either from a free agent transaction or some kind of trade. So I don't know what James had before, but he picked up Gengar, he picked up Scrafty, and he picked up Aromatisse going forward. So something I forgot to explain on the last slide too as well is we are allowed 4 free agent transactions per season and 4 trades. So for example, James has used 3 of his transactions. He could only pick up 1 Pokemon from free agency for the rest of the season. We're not even into week 1 yet, and he already used 3 of his 4 transactions. So you gotta keep that in mind. I'm really liking my team. I actually, post-draft, I like this team more than last season. So I'm gonna stay put. I don't see myself making any transactions soon. It's not a perfect team. It's super defensive. It needs some more offense, maybe some more speed, but we'll just stay put for now. I'm not in any hurry. I'm really loving my team on paper. So Anyways, I'm bringing Mega Tyranitar. I'm definitely bringing Tapu Fini. I think Tapu Fini is a darling this week. Fairy and water, you know. I think it does really good against most of his team. We're actually bringing a Calm Mind Iron Defense set, a kind of a dual dance, a double dance set. We get an Iron Defense, and we're eating moves from like everything. We're eating moves from Choice Scarf, Jirachi. We're eating moves from Mawile, if we could stay in front of those sword dances. And with Scald and Draining Kiss. So we have Zapdos, Static Zapdos. No surprise there. I think Zapdos is good and actually necessary in case he brings Tornadus-T. Tornadus-T does not want to see Zapdos. Zapdos should always beat that thing 1v1. I don't care. I don't even care if he gets Nasty Plot up. He'll have to land a Hurricane on me. And even that's resisted, right? So, next up we have Dragalge, which is kind of an oddball surprise pick for me to bring. But I just wanted some Spidef Wall that could hit hard with that adaptability. I really like Dragalge's moveset. I'm surprised it doesn't get like a fire move like Flamethrower, but I am down. I think I have like Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt for Tornadus-T. I forgot what else. We have Shadow Ball. I know we have Shadow Ball for Jirachi. Next up, we have Salazzle, which I don't know if he'll expect me to bring it or not, but Salazzle is my fastest Pokemon on my roster, so I needed that speed tier hit, that 117 base speed. This thing should force out switches. And if he has Mega Mawile in, instead of going straight up for a Flamethrower, I don't want to be hit by Sucker Punch, right? I'm going to set up a sub. We're bringing both Substitute and Nasty Plot and trying to apply offensive pressure on him. So, and last up we have Escavalier. Escavalier could also take on. The thing with Mawile is it's going to have 4 move syndrome. Mawile has the coverage, but it only has 4 move slots, right? It's most likely going to want to Ice Punch, or I think it gets Ice Punch, right? It's going to want that for Gliscor. So I don't think he's going to have enough room for Fire Punch. So I think Escavalier makes a lot of sense this week as a defensive, bulky offensive mon. We have Drill Run for Mawile. We totally stop Weavile. I think the Weavile should come, and I failed to see how Weavile could hit me. So there are Fire-type moves, Fire-type coverage on his team. Tornadus-T could have Heat Wave. Jirachi could have Fire Punch. He has a damn Arcanine. Noivern has Flamethrower. But other than that, I think we're good. This gives me a good way to hit Gengar as well. I could come in on Gengar and Pursuit Trap him. And, yeah. I think Escavalier makes a lot of sense here. It stops some of his biggest threats on his team. The Mawile, the Weavile, and the Gengar come to mind. Because those guys are threats. Those guys should be coming most of his week. So, anyways, for James' side of the fence, I think he always brings Mega Mawile. I think Weavile is really good. It's pretty good because you get Brick Break, you get Low Kick for Mega Tyranitar, you get Ice Moves for Zapdos, you outspeed Salazzle. I think you could probably Oko Salazzle with the Choice Band knockoff. I would bring Choice Scarf Jirachi this week. Speed Ties with Zapdos. You could U-turn. You could do Paraflinch hacks if you want to. You know, Iron Head, Serene Grace. Tyranitar does not want to be Iron Head flinched. So I think Choice Scarf Jirachi should come. Gengar is a threat. He just picked it up in anticipation of this matchup. He has to be careful though, because we could Pursuit Trap him with both T-Tar and Escavalier. I definitely think Gengar could come. I did some calcs, and I think Specs Gengar's Focus Blast. He has to land that 70% accuracy move, but I think it knocks out Tyranitar. You know, I was a little bit surprised But yeah, Tyranitar is 4 times weak to it, and Gengar is amazing. It has 130 special attack. So, next up, I think Gastrodon comes, and it is pretty problematic. It is problematic. So, I'm probably my best way to take on Gastrodon. I don't have much for it because we're not taking Tangrowth. So, my best thing for Gastrodon is most likely Calm Mind, Fini, and to Drain Kiss. So, I don't know. Gastrodon's actually a good play here. It's a good bring, so I have to keep Fini around for it. And last but not least, if I were James, I would definitely bring Scrafty. I would bring Scrafty. I think it's good. I think you get one Dragon Dance up, and you will outspeed an Oko Tyranitar. You could hit Tapu Fini with a +1 poison jab. I think Scrafty gets Ice Punch for Zapdos. It's really good for Assault Vest. If you want to carry Assault Vest, I think you could take on Salazzle. It could have Fire Punch for Escavalier. So if I were him, I would bring Scrafty. Either AV or Dragon Dance. So anyways, that's my team preview. Who knows what James will bring? I know what I'm bringing. I like 4 of my Pokemon. Escavalier and Dragalge are my curveballs. You know, I love running lower tier Pokemon. It kind of gives you some kind of surprise element. And yeah, I mean, look at my finals video. We had lower tier Pokemon, we had Stack King, we had Orbeetle, and they put in the fattest of work. So, for any new battlers out there, don't underestimate lower tier Pokemon. And I will end this team preview on that fact. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Alright guys, we are about to start our season finale. Actually, once again, for our regular season battles, I'm going to do post-game commentary. For the playoff battles, granted we make playoffs, only then I'll start doing live recording, live commentary. But for now, it's going to be post-game. So, with that said, here's what James brought. I'm very surprised not to see Weavile here. I don't know why he didn't bring Weavile. I thought it was a good matchup for him. And no Jirachi. So his only real pivoting, a Pokemon that have pivoting moves is his Tornadus-T. So anyways, a little different from what I expected. But we prepped for this. Most of his Pokemon all the same. I totally didn't expect to see Haxorus come, but I do believe he does get fighting moves, maybe Brick Break for Tyranitar, so there's that. And Aromatisse. I'm very surprised to see Aromatisse here. Maybe he wants to set up Trick Room. It makes a lot of sense. That's what I drafted last season, Aromatisse, Trick Room with Mega Mawile. But yeah, he brought Mega Mawile, Gengar, no surprise there. Haxorus, Aromatisse, Gastrodon, which is a big threat here. My ways of stopping Gastrodon are very limited. I think my best and only options here, really, since we're not taking Tangrowth, is Calm Mind, Fini with Draining Kiss, and Dragalge. Dragalge could kind of hit it due to adaptability, so Gastrodon's a little scary. I'm going to have to keep Fini around for that. And we have Tornadus-T as his only Pokemon with a pivoting move, so we will play this. Hopefully music is off. When I did some light mocks before this battle, and I always let Salazzle. Salazzle is my fastest Pokemon, base 117 speed, and I want to, from turn 1, from the get-go, from the jump, I want to apply offensive pressure. I always led Salazzle in practice. That way, had he brought Jirachi, I mean, look at his roster. If we go back to his roster in the team preview, his only Stealth Rocker was Jirachi, I believe. So, I fully expected Jirachi to come. I mean, I think Mawile could do Stealth Rock, but who the hell puts Stealth Rock on the Mega Mawile, right? What a waste of fucking moves. But anyways, I want to leave Salazzle. That way I could outspeed most of his roster. I don't want him to like click SD with Mega Mawile on turn 1. You know, that would be disastrous. So we're gonna lead Salazzle here. And he brings Haxorus for whatever reason. I'm not sure if this DD or Choice Scarf Haxorus, we will find out right now. But we lead Salazzle. I switch out into Tapu Fini expecting like some kind of outrage or something, some kind of physical move. He has Psycho Cut. Like, I'm not used to seeing Psycho Cut on Haxorus. First turn of the season, we're already seeing some goofy shit. But he does Psycho Cut. That would have actually messed up my Salazzle, so I'm guessing he saw either Salazzle or Dragalge coming. But we switch out into Fini. And he switches into Gastrodon. I do Surf for whatever reason. I think, I mean, I have Surf and Draining Kiss. And I wanted to go with the stronger stab move, because Draining Kiss, I believe, is only base speed 55. I know it's super effective, but I expected him to switch out into Mawile or something, right? But anyways, he goes into a Storm Drain Gastrodon. So, yeah, here we go. Whenever Fini's in against a Gastrodon or something slow and passive, I'm going to set up. So I believe I start Calm Minding up. I normally don't want to set up like this early into the game, but if you're putting something slow and passive in front of me, I'm going to set up on you. So I don't care if it's turn 2. We're going to start Calm Minding up. I don't like setting up so early into the match, but he allows me to here. And he goes for Scald, I guess expecting me to switch out, which I don't. I Calm Mind up again. And we have this Aromatisse here. And as we're going to find out right here, this thing's very, very bulky. Like, I'm surprised this thing's so bulky, especially on the Spadef side. He messes up turn 5, and clicks Toxic under Misty Terrain. Now, instead of going for Toxic again, he switches into Haxorus after I get an Iron Defense up. I go for Surf, and Surf ends up doing 46%. Almost 2-hit KO range. He hits a Poison Jab and actually gets a Poison, which I'll take that. Poison is annoying, but it's not toxic poison, right? And we click a +2 Draining Kiss and get the first kill of the season. Goes to Tapu Fini. And we have 2 Calm Minds up. We have our Iron Defense up. Mega Mawile comes in. We'll see what he has. And I Surf. And we do 77% to Mega Mawile. He has Super Fang on his Mawile, so kind of spicy bring. But he switches out. I think he's over switching, in my opinion. And I go for Draining Kiss, trying to... maybe that would have killed Mawile, but I recover a little bit of my health. And we're going Surf. That's a +2 Surf, only doing 36% to Aromatisse here. So that leads me to believe he's probably like max HP, max Spadef with Toxics as a move, so that's legit, you know. Max HP, max Spadef, maybe Toxic, Nasty Plot. He has Wish, so I'm thinking he's going to switch out. He does Wish. I think he's going to switch out, maybe into Mega Mawile. But he opts to stay in, I believe, and do chip damage to me. So he does Moonblast for 13%. I knock him out with Surf. Fini gets the second kill of the season. And, yeah. So he comes in with Mawile, I believe, here. He has Trick Room up, which is scary. I thought with the +2... Stupidly, I thought with the +2 maybe I'll survive, but nope, that's not the case. I should know. I have Mega Mawile. I won with it last season. I should know how terribly powerful this thing is. So he knocks me out. He knocks me out here. And then I go Escavalier. Escavalier is the slowest Pokemon on both of our rosters, I believe. And I do Iron Head and knock him out. So Escavalier getting a cheeky kill under my opponent's own Trick Room. So thank you very much, sir. Here comes Gengar. I don't know what Gengar could do to me besides Will-O-Wisp, which is a pretty cool play, a pretty cool bring on James' part. He goes Willow. I go Drill Run for Chip. We do 61. I mean, Gengar's frail, right? Gengar is pretty much a glass cannon. We'd probably kill had we not been burned. We do 61%, and now I could go for a free pursuit because, I mean, he could go for Hex here, but I don't think it OHKOs. I think I was Assault Vest, so. Anyways, he's trying to withdraw. I pursuit kill him. Third kill of the season goes to Escavalier. And now he only has Gastrodon and Tornadus-T left. Tornadus-T, the thing about Tornadus-T, I 100% will always go into Zapdos. I don't see why not. It's like the perfect check. The best thing Tornadus-T could do to me is either Heat Wave, I guess, which isn't going to hurt too bad. You'd have to do something like Toxic, I think. Nasty Claw here, or U-turn out. But even if you U-turn, you're going to get staticked. So I think that's actually what happens, right? I come in with Zapdos, he hits air, he does Air Slash for whatever reason. Not super effective, but he gets a critical hit. He switches out. I roost up. It was either I click U-turn or I do Roost, and I opted for Roost to get back to 100%. I could see Gastrodon doing Toxic here, so I think I go into Escavalier. Yeah, Escavalier Toxic, maybe? No, Earth Power, actually. I was expecting Toxic. It made way too much sense to... That's what I would have done. He does recover. I'm not sure why he does recover there, so... He was at full HP already. I do an Iron Head for whatever reason. Try to see what he has. And now I go with Dragalge, which is kind of a weird move. Because he might go for Earth Power again. Kind of risky on my part. Not the smartest play, I will admit. We don't have Fini, so keep your eyes on this. My options for Gastrodon are limited here. Because I don't think my Zapdos has Toxic. Which it should have. But we go into Dragalge here. We take a Scald, because we're Assault Vest Dragalge, I believe. And I opt to go Adaptability Dragon Pulse. That does 48%. So now he's at 45% remaining. I could go for D-Pulse again and go for the kill. And that's exactly what happens here. So, Dragalge getting a kill right there. And all he has is Tornadus-T. And once again, Zapdos always comes in. And this should be game. Because what is Tornadus-T going to do to me? Right? We're just going to spam Discharge twice. I think he goes for U-turn and gets paralyzed here. He doesn't get the para, but it doesn't matter. We discharge again, and Zapdos gets a kill, so. That is it. We get a 5-0 victory. Good way to start the season. Guys, we're going to have to rack up these victories early on because I showed you in the team, and like the first slide of this video, our schedule's so freaking wicked in the second half. So in the first half, we have some easier matchups. I'm basing that off of the managers themselves and not the rosters. So, yeah, second half of the season is going to be brutal. Let's try to get W's early on, and we'll go from there. So, thank you guys for viewing. We are back, baby. Season 11. Please drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.